Hi everyone, welcome to Gricklish Outdoors. Today we are looking at the Marlin lever action air rifle from Umarex. So, stick around. So, the Marlin lever action air rifle from Umarex. Well, I've seen several of these around for years, including probably the one of the most famous, which is the Daisy version. And I just thought it looked very, very cool. It's not going to be a gun for hunting. It's not going to be a gun for super accurate target work, I don't think. But it looks great, and I'm sure it's going to be great fun too. So today I'm going to review this classic looking lever action air gun. In fact, say when. So there it is in its box. Marlin lever action air gun BB rifle with a 650 shot capacity. Long live the lever gun, with a classic cowboy image on the side. So you can't deny it looks very, very cool. These rifles, of course, have been extremely popular with kids, young adults and beginners in shooting because basically they last forever and it gives you a nice way of getting into the sport of shooting. On the back of the box it does give you a few bits of information about the different areas of the gun and also some of the facts about this air gun too. First up, let's get the rifle out of the box and then we'll go through a few of those facts and figures. And there it is. Very cool looking gun with that classic lever action. If we look underneath, you can see on the underside of the grip there is a picture of a cowboy on a horse with a lever action gun. It's got this nice textured grip there. Marlin written on the stock. Again, underneath the barrel there is some texturing. On the top you have your adjustable sights. The safety is located behind the trigger. If I just push from the right hand side, you can see it goes red there, meaning it now is live and ready to fire. More information about the gun stamped into the metal on the side. There is a little hole there which says oil here, because you will need to oil this gun over time. And towards the front of the barrel, this little section here, if we push that in and lift that up, that is where we're going to be loading the BBs. Because this is such a classic design, and many of you will have seen this before, maybe not this version, the Marlin version, but as I said, the Daisy version is quite famous. But yeah, I've been really excited to show you this one. It's an air gun that I've wanted in some ways over the last few years. Anyway, let's go through a few of its facts and figures. So this is a 4.5mm or .177 BB firing air gun. The overall length is 924mm with a barrel length of 40.64mm. It weighs 1.2 kilograms, has a magazine capacity of 650 BBs, is a mechanical spring powered air gun via that lever action. It has a synthetic stock but a steel barrel and steel lever. It is a smooth barreled air gun. It has a manual safety, which I showed you before. It has a BB velocity of less than 91 meters per second, which equates to a power output of less than 3 joules. So as I said before, this is not going to be a gun for pest control, for hunting. It's simply a fun air gun for backyard plinking and maybe a nice gun for a novice shooter to practice on. First of all, let's check those power outputs over the chronograph. So today I'm going to be using these Razor Gun Air Gun Silver BBs, which are 0.35 grams. So let's load a few of these up into this air gun. So over the chronograph there you saw we got an average velocity of 78.5 meters per second, which is 257.4 feet per second. That equates to about 1.1 joules and 0.81 foot-pounds. So it's definitely not going to win any awards in the power and velocity front, but as I said, it's not meant for that. Even though the power's not very good, how about the accuracy? And of course, before we shoot anything, safety first. Right, from 10 meters away. So there we go, from 10 meters away, from a standing position with a relatively low powered gun, I don't think it's too bad. There's a shot at the top there which is out of the main grouping, but most of them grouped in the center just below the bullseye, which I don't think is too bad. If I was shooting from a sitting position or had a rest, then I think I could be banging them in the same sort of area over and over again. So accuracy from a pretty low powered air rifle wasn't too bad. How fun is this to shoot though? Well, I've got a few targets lined up behind me. Let's find out. Well, that definitely was fun, but I want to shoot another target. How about my cock? Damn, that cock took a beating. Well, that was fun. I don't think I've ever shot my cock that many times. So it definitely is fun to shoot. I really enjoyed my time shooting this airgun today. So how much is it? Well, I paid just 50 euros online for mine, which I think is a cracking price. If we go through the pros and cons of this gun, I'd say the pros were that it is great fun to shoot. At 50 euros, it's really cheap. And for that price, it is really good quality. And I'd say it is pretty accurate at 10 meters. Now the cons would be that it has pretty low power, and due to that it has quite short range. A slight con for me is due to that large reservoir of BBs, it does rattle a bit when you're moving around with it. And finally, it's just a personal preference, is that I prefer pellet firing airguns to those that fire BBs. I'll definitely be shooting mine for years to come, either on my own, with friends, or even my kids. In the future, I also might combine it with my Umarex single action army pistol for a bit of a Wild West day. But yeah, I definitely recommend this rifle if you just want to have a bit of fun plinking, if you're a beginner, if you want to show your kids how to shoot safely, then this could be the gun for you. And for 50 euros, what a bargain. Anyway, let me know what you thought of this in the comment section below. If you haven't already subscribed, please consider doing so today. It'd really help the channel out. Lots more videos like this coming in the future. Air guns, ration packs, camping, and much, much more. But for now, thanks for watching. Take care. Much love. See you next time.